Today we're focusing in on Psalm 13, and Psalm 13 opens up with questions for God. In fact, the Psalms are full of questions, honest, real, raw questions. I grew up thinking and feeling like there wasn't much room for questions in my relationship with God and also in the community of faith of the church. It seemed to me that we rushed quickly to the answers like God is good all the time, which is absolutely true. But that we missed the opportunity to actually experience God and engage God with our questions. I read through the Psalms and I see the most common questions are, why, Lord? And how long, Lord? Let's take a look at a couple of examples of questions in the Psalms. Psalm 10:1, why, O Lord, do you stand far away? Why do you hide yourself in times of trouble? Psalm 42:9, I say to God, my rock, why have you forgotten me? Why do I go mourning because of the oppression of the enemy? Or Psalm 13:2, how long must I take counsel in my soul and have sorrow in my heart all the day? How long shall my enemy be exalted over me? And then Psalm 44 gets a little bolder, in my opinion. David, the psalmist, says, awake, why are you sleeping, O Lord? Rouse yourself, do not reject us forever. Why do you hide your face? Why do you forget our affliction and oppression? And if I'm honest, to tell God to wake up seems kind of disrespectful. And yet here we see an example of David, the psalmist, freely expressing his questions and his concerns to God and even saying, God, wake up. And rather than rejecting David or ostracizing David, God actually calls David a person after his own heart. I'm believing more and more these days that there is room for our questions in our relationship with God, that God actually wants us to engage Him with our questions, to ask Him what we really want to know, to be real and honest about what we don't understand, or what's painful to us, or what it seems like we've been waiting forever for. So today, I want to lead you in a simple exercise where each of us will write our own psalm in the format of Psalm 13. So if you'll grab a journal or a piece of paper and something to write with, we'll get started. Psalm 13 begins with questions. And I'd like you to take a minute to think about your questions. What questions do you have for God about your life, about your experience, about your situation, about this world that we live in? First, fill in the blank. Why, Lord? And then you ask your why question to God. Write that down on your paper. Next, fill in the blank. How long, Lord? What's your honest question for God today? How long, Lord? the middle of the psalm, the psalmist says, "Consider me and answer me, or else." And I'd like you to fill in the blank. What or else would you put there? It's maybe uncomfortable to think about giving this kind of ultimatum to God, but really you're saying, God, I'm desperate for your consideration and for your answer, or else this is what I see will happen, or this is what I believe I'll experience. Consider me and answer me, or else what? You fill in the blank. And then at the end, we'll copy the words directly from the psalm. But I trust in your unfailing love. I will sing to the Lord, for he has been good to me. Take a minute to look at your psalm, to read it silently to yourself. This is your expression of question, of lament, and of trust in the Lord today. And later on this week, I want to encourage you to read your psalm out loud to someone. It could be someone in your household or someone in your church family.